Hey everybody, welcome back to Nathaniel Elmer Real Estate. Today we have mortgage guru Ken Martello with Canopy Mortgage, and he is going to be joining me for this two-part series where we're going to be talking about the home buying process and a complete market update, not only in the real estate world, but in the mortgage industry. So get ready, it's going to be awesome. So to start off with the home buying process, we're going to talk about what it takes to get into your perfect home. So the first step is to find a team that's going to work really well for you. You meet with a realtor, you meet with a loan officer, and you get pre-qualified. So how does that pre-qualification work?
Well, it's a lot easier than most people think. Pre-qualification, we're talking about your situation, we're talking about what your credit looks like, your income looks like, your assets look like. Pre-approval, which is what most realtors want to see, and if you're going to make an offer, you're going to get pre-approved. It's actually, we're verifying that information. We're verifying your credit, we're verifying your income, we're verifying your assets. And it's actually a pretty easy process. I feel that because people don't buy a lot of homes, especially first-time home buyers, they feel it's very daunting, but we'll walk you through the process. You gather the information up, and then I like to break it down like, here's a range of prices, this is what you can afford, this is what it means for payments, taxes, and insurance, this is how much cash to close you're going to need. So we try to make it as simple and clear and transparent as possible.
That just really helps you as a home buyer so that you know exactly what you're looking for in terms of a purchase price and your monthly payment. What are a few of those documents that we need?
So it's the basics: W-2s, pay stubs, bank statements. We'll ask to see your ID. If you have complicated taxes, we're going to ask for business taxes. And I have a guy right now, he has 21 corporations, so we have to ask for 21 sets of taxes. But for most individuals, it's just a W-2 based on.
So very simple, very easy. That gets you a pre-qualification letter, which...
Pre-approval letter.
Oh, pre-approval letter.
Pre-approval letter.
See, that's why you have a mortgage professional, so they know what they're doing and get us on the right path. So once you have that pre-approval letter, then we know exactly what purchase price you're looking for, and I can help you find that perfect home. Once we find that home, then we can put in an offer. So once you're under contract, the joke is that's when the heavy lifting begins.
Actually, we want to do our heavy lifting beforehand. I always joke with clients, hey, now the real work begins. During the pre-approval process, if there's anything that's outside the box, we want to get it as close to it in the box as possible. So it's really smooth sailing once we're under contract. So on the loan side, we're going to submit the application to the underwriter so they can actually approve the loan versus just pre-approve. And we're on the loan side, we're actually going to order the appraisal. And then on the real estate side, you'll order the inspection.
Exactly. So really what it comes down to is anything about the physical condition of the house, the lot size, any of the square footage. We look, and you can order like a mold inspection, any of those types of things. You're going to be working with me and my team. Anything financial, that's going to be going with Ken and his team. And together with our business expertise, we get you that home all ready to go. Once you submit the loan, what happens after that?
That's a good question. So we'll submit the loan to the underwriter. The underwriter will go through the documentation very similar to how I did. They go through it with more of a fine-tooth comb, and they'll eventually approve the loan. They usually will have some conditions on the loan. The conditions typically are pretty minor because, like I said before, we want to try to get everything into the box so when the underwriter looks at it, it's nice and tidy and pretty. But it could be a most recent pay stub or a letter of explanation or some documentation on the deposit. So we'll ask for that documentation, we get it back, we submit the loan back into the underwriter. Underwriter will then do what's called clear to close, which means we can draw loan documents. At that point, we're typically getting out the CD or closing disclosure. There's a 3-day waiting period on the disclosure from the time that you sign the disclosure till the time you sign loan documents. And then we prepare loan documents so we can actually fund the loan and get you keys.
And that's the exciting part.
That's the fun part. That's the fun, why we do what we do.
Right now, with the mortgage industry being a bit backed up with all the refinances and with inventory just coming on the market and flying off, we're about 30 to 45 days from once you find that perfect home and get an offer accepted until you're actually going to be living in it. thanks for joining us today for part 1. It's really exciting to show you guys more of what to expect when you're purchasing a home.
Like, subscribe, buy a house from us.
I'll see you in a week.